What I want to do now is kind of explain to you the choice of mufflers that you have for dual exhaust on trucks. Trucks dual exhaust is probably the biggest vehicle we do dual exhaust on, is the muffler back conversion from the quiet single in, single out tailpipe, which is on almost all Ford, Chevy, and Dodge trucks, where you have the exhaust coming in and one pipe coming out. We convert that to a single in, dual out system. And I'm going to show you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different examples of mufflers that we can put on any one truck that has a single in, dual out setup. The first one is this one here, which is, we make these. This is called a single in, dual out straight pipe conversion. No muffler. No muffler. This becomes your muffler. This attaches to your exhaust pipe. The tailpipes go on the back of this, and it's all pipe with no muffler. I don't like doing it on anything but older trucks that have large converters, because this has a nasty sound on anything above 96 model. So if you got a really old truck, especially Fords, this sounds really good. But if it's a newer truck, it's cheaper to do it this way. We do the duals actually for $225 without tips, before tax and shop supplies, with this setup. But everything has its place, and that's not, like I say, for the newer trucks. This setup here is called a turbo pack. It's basically a glass pack with a little Y on the back for the two tailpipes. This has a very good sound. It is, in the past, one of the beginning mufflers used for dual exhaust on trucks. These things have been out for years and years. I don't do too many of them, but I do have it available. This one here gets into the Flowmaster design. This is what you call a racing muffler. This is my loudest muffler that I have. It is a single chamber, no sound traps. All it has is the patented V-fin that you can probably see in there to give it the push that is famous for that brand of product. Now this one is what they call the original 40. This one here is our bread and butter model. This is what I have on my truck, and we probably sell 9 out of 10 of all of them you see here with this model here. All 3 of these are the same price. There are a little bit of differences in the sound. This one is probably between these two. This one is the loudest, and this one is probably, with the numbers, as I say, the most acceptable model there is, you know. Then we get into these two over here. These two, this one here is a true MagnaFlow. This one here is a MagnaFlow knockoff. By the way, these two mufflers here, even though they have the Flowmaster design, as my sign says here, they're similar to, they weigh the same, they look the same, they're mocked up the same. They're not made by Flowmaster. Their patent ran out, and I like to tell people it's kind of like generic drugs. You know, when you have a drug, they give you a 20-year or whatever patent where nobody can copycat it. After that 20 years is over, it's free game for anybody to take that muffler apart and design it exactly like that is. This muffler, I could lay the real one on it, is exactly the same, and you'll get to hear it on my truck. And if you know how they sound, you'll see it's inch for inch, dollar for dollar, exactly the same sound, the same performance, the same lasting as the real McCoy. Back again to these two. These two mufflers, MagnaFlows, generally speaking, are always quieter than Flowmaster type mufflers. Mostly because of the way they're designed. I'm not a big fan of these because that V-fin actually creates horsepower. I'm not saying these don't, but they don't have that vortex suck out the back that these two gentlemen here have, that actually makes it have better horsepower and relieves the pressure of the engine better than anything out there. I've been in it 40 years. There's nothing better than these two guys right here for performance. But sometimes people don't like the harshness of the sound. That's why we have these big boys here. You know, your muffler is almost as big as these. These two are pretty much the same. This one's a little bit bigger, but when I got a guy that just says, you know, I want duals, but I just barely want to hear them. I do not like a lot of sound. This is what we put on there to make those guys happy, because, you know, some people want them loud, some people want them medium, some people want them quiet. I understand that, and I have something for all of you.